Yo, first and foremost, man, I want to give a big shout out to Rell. Shout out to Rell, man. I was just on this live on Instagram, and he was having an interesting conversation. Now, it was through this conversation and his ass not letting me join to give my little rebuttals that I decided to, do a little video because it's a topic I touched on before. It's a topic that we always revisit here in the cafe, in reality, in the past, and it's gonna keep coming up in the future. Now, he was touching on the topic of why young niggas, so to speak, don't listen to older dudes. And how once a young dude touches a certain amount of money, it's like you can't tell him nothing. Now, I wanted to elaborate on that and explain why more so that usually is the case than not. But how they're trying to portray it as if the young boys don't want to listen or can't listen. Nah, that's not the case either. See, what happens is this. It's usually like this. When you misfortunate, it's always the motherfucker doing better than you that chooses to grandstand on you than pull you up. Meaning, it'd be a nigga that'd be faster to call you a bum ass nigga before he be like, yo, I see your financial situation ain't where it need to be, bro. I got this going on, I got that going on. You need help, I could get you a job, I could do this and that. Like, you're not gonna come across that too often. And more times than not, you'll meet the ridicule before the helping hand. So now, with that being said, then you got these same older niggas that will be like, yeah, you young bum ass niggas. Why? Because he's still trying to live a second childhood. He still see all these young girls ass fatter than the girls at his time. The way that we live in life now with scamming and shit, the way that young boys live now makes a lot of older dudes resent them. Like, and this is not causing no smoke, but it's true. When they see the way that these young niggas be fucking flashing Dior's, Rolexes, Audemars, chains, foreigns, they living their best life. What they'll do is instead of giving him great advice, give him a compliment that little nigga getting money and giving him a better way to do it, what they'll do is try to compete with it. Tell him how he hasn't done shit compared to what they did back in their day. So now what you end up doing is putting yourself under the spectrum. Now we looking at you twice as hard. So what the fuck you got to show for all the shit you did back in the day? Because I'm doing better than you now. So what the fuck is you trying to tell me? It's gonna be hard for you to tell me anything when you have nothing to show for what you're talking about. Now here I am telling you what I'm doing and showing and proving what I'm doing. You think I want to hear what you're saying? No, but that has nothing to do with age value. That's a personal thing. Cause now you put that same young nigga in a room with a nigga that's doing better than him and realize that he ain't doing shit at all. Watch how attentive he becomes. Watch how receptive he becomes and listens to level up, to do better in his situation. You see, it's always motherfuckers that don't understand it for what it is that call it what it's not. It has nothing necessarily to do with the ignorance of the youth or how we decide to go about things. No, this is more like due to social media and everything being recorded and put on blast, it's harder to fake the funk, but it's easier to fake the funk if you catch what I'm saying. Prime example, if you pretending too hard, there's always gonna be someone who sees you and exposes you. Oh, you lying ass nigga, this bum ass nigga, and they gonna know you. But on the same token, you can also paint an image of something that's not because it's virtual. But blessing is no image is gonna last long if it ain't true. Eventually somebody's gonna come out the bushes and expose your motherfucking ass. Now, unfortunately, the older dudes don't understand the concept of what they call flexing. You see, back in y'all day, what y'all would do with y'all money is go to clubs 50 fucking deep and take 50 fucking pictures with you and your mans and shit. Buy big ass fucking door knocker earrings and shit like that. That's not what they do now. Now they flex by, okay, I know this isn't my car, but I could afford to go blow $1,400 a day to ride in a Lamborghini for the day, to post and flex for the gram. Not to say that it's smart, not to say that it's good. I'm just explaining it for what it is, the mentality of it. But it's always an older dude who may never even been behind a fucking Lamborghini that won't understand that $1,400 to that man was worth that Lamborghini experience, to ride around with the shit even if it was a rental. Because now look at you, with your 40, 50 years on this planet, your ass never been in a Lamborghini. And you're never gonna make enough money to own one. Fuck it, at least I had enough money to rent one and bring my dreams to fruition because I drove one. Y'all not gonna see it like that. See, some people don't mind paying for the memory. It's the experience. It's not about the dollar, especially when you made it fast and can make it faster. It comes and it goes. Yes, this generation, the younger we go, we don't cherish the money the same way. that the elders did. Why? Because the money comes a lot faster than it came to the elders. The price value is up, scamming at an all-time high. It's a million hustles out here. Now you could get lit from just being lit on social media. Look at me. You could be financially stable just from having a following on social media. So now, flexing for the gram, that investment that you just spent in that rental, that investment you spent in all that Dior bag and all that, guess what? It comes back. It becomes a job, a career, and an easy one. Times have changed. And it's always the motherfuckers that can't adapt to the change of time that have a problem with the changes of time. They don't get it. See, me, I'm at an age where I'm not young, but I'm not old. I can see both worlds. I bridge the gap. To my generation, we the last couple years before it's the young boys. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I get it. Like when the old heads say like there's a lot more wiser things they could do with their money and things like that. But now, people don't understand investing in your dream, investing in yourself. Today, in today's society, you can get financially stable and be popping just because of how you look, just because of how you talk. That shit is a talent now because of social media. You don't have to be a rapper, a singer, or a fucking athlete. You just gotta have a lit lifestyle. So now, what you would see as a stupid investment, unbeknownst to you, is actually someone investing in their potential dreams or investing in their potential career. Like any other artist when they invest in studio time, any other fucking student that's investing in books to learn for school to get that fucking graduation certificate, diploma. It's like, it's all about perception and how you see it. If you don't see it that way, you ain't gonna get it that way. So now, you got a lot of older dudes that see it as, these young niggas, you can't tell them nothing. They don't want to listen to nothing. No. It's just that I hear you talking, but it doesn't look like what you're saying. So what the fuck can you tell me? I hear you talking, but it's not looking like what you're saying. It's going in one ear and out the other because it's like, but if you was a $50,000 nigga, bruh, why the fuck do you live in the projects? Why the fuck do you live in a regular apartment building? You ain't even got a doorman downstairs. Ain't even no security cameras in your shit. Nighas got security cameras. Shouldn't you be in a house some fucking where? You start to get that perception, because my thing is like, all right, we at the same age. You got 20 years above me. You've been on this grind 20 years before me. There's no reason in hell that we should be neck and neck or have on the same watch as you. There should be no way. You're supposed to be in a position like my parents in position, putting me in position. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so now, when you compare your present situation to their present situation, not their words that they're speaking from their experience, because now, what is experience without the proof? A lie, a story, a war story at that. A motherfucker will tell you, yeah, I was doing this, I was doing that, nigga, I own this, I own that. Where? Let me see. Is your name on that shit? Because what I realize a lot is that older dudes will use the shit that they seen, the shit that they known, in their sales pitch to make you feel less than them because you're younger. When automatically, nah. A true elder is gonna be in teach mode, and that's what's gonna get you the position as an elder, because now you teaching me something, I'm gonna be listening, following. Not you trying to force this shit on me because of what you telling me I'm not compared to what you was. Only because of what I'm doing now, you're not doing now. Think about it. So for the elders out there that think it's always them young niggas that ain't listening, nah, sometimes dig into yourself and ask why they not listening to you. Because they listen, but they selective with who they listen to. They're going to listen if they believe. If what you saying, you living, and you showing and proving, they're going to follow your ass to the moon and back. But when they see hypocrisy, we not as dumb as y'all was. Social media advanced us. That's why you have kids that can't talk, can go to YouTube and play their favorite fucking show though. Technology advanced us. It's proven science. Kids are way smarter now than we were 10, 15, 20 years ago. Don't knock the hustle, baby. Invest in it. Find a young nigga and try to teach him, mold him, tell him what you know, learn what he knows, and try to meet somewhere in the middle. Stop always trying to shoot down what he does differently in comparison to what you did because you don't understand it. That's what gets you labeled as a whack-ass old nigga, not nothing else.